Welcome to Session 2 of Confusing Words. These are the last 7 words in the series, and after you master these, you're going to have a good grasp of confusing words, because these are the most important, the most valuable confusing words you need to learn. Learn and master them. Let's get going. Just a quick reminder, don't be lazy. Be an active learner. Try to guess the answers. Don't wait for me to give the answers. I'm going to ask you to pause the video. You should think and try to guess the answer before going to the next question. Okay, so let's get started with part 2 of pairs of words that are easily confused. Again, I want to remind you, I'm going to give you the 2 words, and then I'm going to give you the sentences where you put the words in. So fill in the blanks with the words in the way that you think is correct. And if you really want to get the most out of this, don't be passive, be active. Try to guess the answer before I give you the answer. I'll tell you to pause the video so you can think. Try to guess the answer. Let's get started. Fit, suit. Red doesn't, me. I look much better in blue or yellow. These shoes don't, they're much too big. Pause the video. And here are the answers. Red really doesn't suit me. I look much better in blue or yellow. These shoes don't fit. They're much too big. If something fits, it is the right size. If something suits you, it looks good on you. Shadow, shade. The building cast a long, dark. It's hot. Let's go and sit in the for a while. And here are the answers. The building cast a long, dark shadow. It's hot. Let's go and sit in the shade for a while. How are you doing? Are you guessing the answers before I give them to you? I hope so. Your shadow is the dark shape that appears behind you, or trees, buildings, and so on, when the sun is shining. Shade is the opposite of direct sunlight. Let's keep going. Beside, besides. He sat down in the park, an old woman. Who else was at the meeting? Ken and Dave. Now let's check the answers. He sat down in the park beside an old woman. Who else was at the meeting besides Ken and Dave? Here's the explanation. Beside means next to. Besides means apart from. Let's keep going. Discover, invent. Thomas Edison, the light bulb. Do you know who? The planet Pluto? Pause the video and guess the answers. Now let's check the answers. Thomas Edison invented the light bulb. Do you know who discovered the planet Pluto? To discover something is to find something that already exists, but is not known before, such as a planet, a river, a lake, those kinds of things. To invent something is to make up or produce something for the first time, such as a light bulb, computer, iPhone. Remember, remind. Did you that it was Terry's birthday today? Me, to send Terry a birthday card, will you? Pause the video. Do you remember that it was Terry's birthday today? Remind me to send Terry a birthday card, will you? To remember is to recall from your memory. To remind is to tell someone to remember something. Alone, lonely. Mrs. Brown is a widow and lives. People who feel often get a dog or cat to keep them company. Pause the video. And here are the answers. Mrs. Brown is a widow and lives alone. People who feel lonely often get a dog or cat to keep them company. And the explanation. If you live alone, you live on your own. If you feel lonely, you long for other people's company. Economic, economical. Small cars are usually more than large ones. The situation in the country has improved in the last few months. Pause the video. Small cars are usually more economical than large ones. The economic situation in the country has improved in the last few months. And the explanation. Economic is an adjective which means to do with the economy. If something is economical, it saves you money in some way by using less energy, petrol, etc. And there you have it, the last 7 of the 15 commonly confused words in English. Come back and review this in a week's time. So there you have it, the last 7 words of the Confusing Words series. I hope you got a lot out of this. Go back to the first part and review it so that you can sink it into your long-term memory, and then come back a little later to refresh part 2. See you again soon. Bye for now.